2014, in my opinion, was one of the more fascinating years in gaming. A lot of ups and downs. While nothing was too groundbreaking, I find that a lot of my focus was mostly centered on multiplayer experiences, as well as smaller indie games. With 2014 coming to a close, reflecting on what game was the best in any category seemed too difficult. A lot of things came to mind. Should I make this an award show type video? Should I go through all the different types of categories and genres? Then I realized that I just love games. I'm tired of judging them for what they are or aren't. So I present to you my top 10 games of 2014. And this list is going to be weird, it's going to be predictable at times, but more importantly, it's my list. So I hope you enjoy it.
Remember, let's respect everybody's opinion because everyone is equally right. Unless they're wrong. Then you're wrong. Number 10!
I don't really have a ton of PS4 games, but when I go play one, I really commit to it. Very recently, one that I stumbled upon because of Jesse Cox has been my addictive equivalent to Candy Crush, and that game is called Speakeasy.
Don't get so addicted that you lose your head, Gerard.
Speakeasy essentially is a rock, paper, scissors game featuring parody versions of iconic historical people, and you get to fight in different locations as well, like the Man's Chinese Theater. The art style is great, the music is perfect, it's all just really well done. The game is simple, it's fun, and if you want something that's quick and mindless, this is definitely one to check out.
Number 9!
Duck Game was, without a doubt, the weirdest game I played this year, and suffice it to say, it's one that stuck with me. If you've ever played games like Samurai Gun or Towerfall, it's very similar to them, with the exception that you must battle other ducks to be the superior duck. And it's hilarious. There are various weapons to kill each other with, and half the time, you have no idea what the weapon is or what it will do. The rounds are fast-paced, and there's a quack button which does nothing but just that. Quack. What's more intriguing is that this game is only for the kickstarted console, the Ouya, with the developer having plans to launch it on Steam eventually. This one was a hidden gem.
Number 8!
Honestly, I wasn't expecting to put Far Cry 4 on here, because at its core, it's very similar to Far Cry 3. So initially, I didn't really care about it. Upon playing it more and more, oh, the different things you could do. God, that sounds like Hullabaloo.
And like Dr. Sue.
All the weapon options, all the skill upgrades, everything about the game is on par with the third, and it even gives a bit more. The problem with me is that I run into a lot of problems running the game on PC, and the console versions have some issues as well, but the multiplayer ended up being what sold it for me. A good friend could lead to many a great time playing Far Cry 4.
What about a bad friend? 7.
I hope I don't sound weird in saying this. Shadows of Mordor may be the best Assassin's Creed game I've ever played, and I mean that in the best way possible. This game is incredibly well designed. The graphics show off what next gen means, the revenge system is top notch, and it's fun being immersed in Middle Earth. Sometimes I would purposely die so that I can come back from the dead only to hunt down the orc that killed me.
Should've just called this game Orc Hunter Simulator 2014. Hopefully that gimmick will die with the end of 2014. Too many simulators. Number 6!
I love South Park. I grew up watching it even though I wasn't supposed to, and every season evolves into something completely different than the rest. So many things have happened between all the seasons, and this year, with the release of South Park: The Stick of Truth, it easily translates into one of the best RPGs I've played in recent years. Maybe it's because I'm so invested in all the characters, or maybe it's because I get to be a character in South Park. Either way, this one was a huge surprise.
Number 5!
Bayonetta 1 and 2 have been on my Completionist backlist, and I love these games. They're filled with action, sexy flair, and more importantly, with the Nintendo Wii U versions, we've got new costumes from various Nintendo franchises. I really like these costumes. I enjoy that Nintendo's becoming so cool with other companies and using their IPs in creative manners.
Now we just need to get Nintendo to put a beard on her for us. Perhaps not.
Either way, both games are beautiful, and when people tell you there are no good games on the Wii U, show them both of these games. And the next two games on this list.
Number 4.
Mario Kart 8 is the most accessible racing game. Rarely will you ever hear someone say no to a round of Mario Kart, especially with Mario Kart 8. This game lifted Nintendo's spirits this year, and it's not hard to see why. This game looks so freaking good, and it shows off that 1080p 60 frames per second on the Wii U.
1080p on my face! Number 3!
I'm not going to explain why Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS are on this list when we made a large 25-minute video on it. If you're curious as to why we think it's great, take a look at it.
Plus, working with Xander Mobus, the official announcer of the game, was an absolute pleasure. Number 2!
I was surprised with how madly in love I fell with Shovel Knight. Everything about this game proved that retro games can still exist in a world filled with MMORPGs, MOBAs, and FPSs. Jake Kaufman, I love you and your soundtrack. In my eyes, Shovel Knight is a near perfect game, not even just for 2014, but of all time. But who am I kidding? Most of you guys know why I love Shovel Knight. It was the first episode of Season 4, and I'm still playing Shovel Knight almost half a year later after its release. It's my stress reliever game.
If you love this game so much, why isn't it number 1?
It's short.
Short things need your love too. Also, what is your number 1 then? The ultimate number 1!
The Binding of Isaac and The Binding of Isaac: The Wrath of the Lamb came out a while ago. But one game that I have been waiting to be released, not only on PC, but on PS4 and Vita as well, was The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Created by the mastermind Edmund McMillan and the boys over at Nicholas, The Binding of Isaac Rebirth is harder, better, and a lot more in-depth than the original, all in lovely 16-bit action. Now, I know this game isn't completely new, but damn, this game has had my attention since its release. Chances are, I'm playing this right now as you guys are watching this video. No joke, it's for sure happening.
I still have no idea what's happening here. And you know what? I don't want to know. Gross.
So there you guys have it, our top 10 games of 2014. I know it's a bit of an eclectic bunch, but honestly, this was kind of a weird year anyways. In any event, I just want to say thank you to all you guys at home for all of your wonderful support this year. 2014 was truly our year. We grew almost 200,000 subscribers. We hit 100 episodes of The Completionist. Final Fantasy VII month happened, which is a huge passion project of mine. And with your guys' help on Patreon, we moved into an office that is not only helping us work better, but also helping us thrive, obviously. Thank you to all of our friends, Jesse Cox, Matt Pat, everyone on Normal Boots, the Hidden Block guys. It's really been an insane trip, and I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts here in the office, everyone at That One Video Gamer, you know, from Jimmy and Alex and Greg and me and Mark. And yeah, it's it's crazy. I never pictured this in a million years, and every day I come in the office, I'm so happy, and it's only because of you guys. So thank you. God damn it. Thank you, and have a great new year and holidays, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of The Completionist. Take it easy.